Greg Doucette is everybody's favorite fitness manlet, and while his simple-to-follow fitness advice and great personality are a standout among the sea of scientific grifters, Uncle Greg isn't without his own controversies. Today, I want to deep dive into Greg's new testosterone scheme with his coveted return policy, and uncover some truly shady and downright anti-consumer business practices that are involved in this whole mess.
You literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
Now, I know that most people watching this video are normal and well-adjusted humans, but for that one guy that got dropped on his head way too many times as a kid, let me make this perfectly clear. You can criticize somebody's business decisions and products without hating the person behind it. Not everything is so black and white, and if you get angry about stuff like this, please go touch some grass or watch another video. Even though I'll be pretty critical on the Turk, I will still watch Greg's videos after this. I mean, I'm unemployed as shit, so of course I will. Also, Greg, please don't sue me. Zoorp Corp likes to make money as well. My last video made $15 and I don't feel like spending it all on lawyers. Now, before we get into what I will call the modern era of testosterone, we have to talk about the fact that Greg's testosterone wasn't always real. And this isn't just me putting on a tinfoil hat because of the branding change. No, Greg actually admitted to this. Well, of course, only after he got caught.
Oh, you said it was testosterone. I thought it was. They told me it was. Third-party testing said yes, it's testosterone. Only upon further review using above and beyond testing methods that the FDA perhaps they don't even know about. I don't know. I'm not the freaking FDA. We discovered that it's not actually testosterone, that there's multiple testosterones, that there's episteroids and testosterones that look alike, and that this test, when you really think about it, it's not good enough.
Now, you might be wondering, why are we talking about this again? Didn't Greg fix this? Isn't the new Turk proven to be real and properly dosed? Well, yes, but the apology and the change only came after a third party exposed Greg, his whole community on Reddit went wild, and after Greg couldn't lie anymore, basically, because he even tried to cover it up.
What I do know is what I used worked. I know that for fact that it worked for me. You can argue all you want about it being placebo, possibly placebo for some people. I just know what it did for me.
What I'm trying to say is fitness influencers are fitness influencers are fitness influencers. If they don't get caught, they just won't change and apologize. They'll sell you just about anything if they can lace their pockets, so keep that in mind as we're going over the current testosterone. But hold on, you might say, how could goddamn Greg Doucette be scamming me, in my opinion for legal reasons, if he has a return policy and a $20 gift card? Well, that's a great question, my Zorplings. Let's dive a bit deeper into that return policy that he peddles to people in every single video, because the truth is quite ugly here.
You literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
So we have to get a few things out of the way so all of this makes sense. On the website, it clearly says to take 1 to 3 pills 30 minutes before working out, and personally for me, this is already a red flag. Because think about it, if this thing has any long-term muscle building effects or steroid-like effects, as Greg likes to claim.
But it really does have steroid-like effects. Yep. You can hate me. You can write right now. Get into your comment section right now. Please write comment. I'll pin the best comment. Coach Greg is a liar. Craig is a liar. He just cares about making money.
It's weird that you're required to take it before training. I mean, it doesn't really matter when you shoot up tren or test, nor does it matter at what point of the day you take creatine. So why would it matter with Turk? The only supplement I can think of that you should take before working out is, well, pre-workout. But we'll come back to this in a little bit. Just keep that in mind. So okay, if you're a regular dude, you're recommended around 2 pills per day, or 3 if you aren't a bitch. Why does this matter? Well, my Zorplings, the box of Turk Builder Max contains 40 capsules, and if we do some quick Mike Jizritel math over here, that means that 1 box of Turk will roughly last you 13 to 20 days. Okay, dude, what's the problem here? The problem is that 1 goddamn box of Turk is $80 pre-tax and shipping. Let's calm down. Let's say you really want the maximum Turk results. You want to give this thing the absolute best chance it has. So you decide to train how you're training right now, and you take 3 pills per day. That means that you would need 90 pills to get through the month. But since the box comes in packs of 40, and since you're smart, you of course wouldn't buy 1 box at a time, because then you'll be paying for shipping 3 times. So you decide, okay, let's give this a try and just buy 3 boxes. Ladies and gentle Zorps, this means you're spending $240 pre-shipping and tax on a supplement that we have no idea if it even does anything, and you only get a month's supply of it. Compared it to subscribing to Zoorp, which is free and it gives you a lifetime supply of content, I think the value proposition is not looking good for Uncle Greg's testosterone over here. Now let's calm down. There's a return policy and a $20 gift card. If you spend all the money on Turk, you can just get it back, right? Right?
And we have a money-back guarantee and a $20 gift card. If it doesn't exceed your expectations, all the money you spent on it, you get it back. And on top of that, you get a $20 gift card. And so you literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
My sweet summer child. Let's take a look at this return policy a bit closer. So at first we see some normal stuff here. The request for a return must be issued within 60 days of delivery. You also must be a first-time buyer. Okay, all of this seems pretty good so far, but it's after this line that the fine print really starts to hit you. You are eligible for a return of a single bottle purchase only.
All the money you spent on it, you get it back.
How interesting. We know that a single bottle will last you only between 2 weeks and 20 days, which is definitely not enough time to try out a product and see any real results. Like if you take creatine, for example, 2 to 3 weeks is how long the loading phase is. Even with steroids, you might feel something, but you won't see any crazy muscle gains unless you're absolutely blasting. But this time gets cut down even further when you consider the next statement, which says that you can return an empty bottle, which this one makes sense on its own, but when you pair that up with everything else, it basically gives you no time to see if this product actually does anything before you get your money back.
You literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
And when you pair all of this up with the additional friction layers, like having to keep all of your original tags and packaging, the fact that the original shipping fees and taxes are not refundable, the fact that you have to pay for the return shipping, and the fact that the returns are only available for US citizens, sorry, the rest of the world, this return deal that Greg is promoting as the safest thing in the world is suddenly starting to look a lot less appealing.
You literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
This is even ignoring the fact that they reserve the right to make the final decision on all cases, so you legally can't do anything if they just refuse to accept your refund.
But okay, dude, at least you get a $20 gift card.
The $20 gift card. This is literally just the icing on top of this scummy cake, because it's not an Amazon gift card or anything that's actually useful. It's a gift card to Greg's own supplement website, which is even funnier when you realize that for $20 you can basically buy nothing on the website other than ashwagandha and NAC, which are two BS supplements that basically no lifter will ever need in their lifting career. And guess what? Even if you want that box of ashwagandha, you'll still need to pay for shipping and tax, so again, you're down money. Still, $200 is a small price to pay for a supplement that's so great. I mean, look at what Greg is promising on the website. Are you somebody that's trying to add muscle and love a next level pump? Or maybe you're somebody that's looking to thin out and become more defined? Real, authentic Turkestro is exactly what you need to take your training to new heights. And you can pass an USADA test with this, and it has steroid-like effects. Wow, this sure is worth the price. Let's check the reviews for it real quick. They must be full of amazing progress photos and stories. Yeah, about that. The first red flag that comes up is that there's almost the same amount of 1-star reviews as there are 2, 3, and 4-star reviews combined. Now, I'm a person that's always more likely to trust 1 and 2-star reviews, especially in high numbers like this, because to leave a 1-star review, you have to overcome buyer's copium and admit to yourself that you've been duped, which a lot of people's ego just can't handle. Also, Greg, don't think I didn't notice that you lowered the opacity of the 1-star reviews so they don't stick out as much. Here, let me fix that for you, you sneaky bastard. And all of this becomes even clearer when you actually read some of them. Mind you, all of the reviews I'll be reading now are verified, so it's been confirmed that the user that left the review actually bought the product. I wanted to finish the bottle before writing a review. I rarely ever write bad reviews, but this one was such a disappointment. I took 2 to 3 pills every day. I kept everything else the same. Even with having great lifting sessions this month and training as hard as I possibly could, I have no results to show with Turk Builder. No change in energy level, no change in performance, no change in weight. Been trying for 3 years to build more muscle, and no change in physique. Another review reads, ordered the product once. I got a final bill with the exchange and everything, all the other stuff added onto it. It worked out to be $543 for 5 bottles, almost over $100 a bottle, and almost $200 more than originally checkout. And then to find out you don't get 60 pills anymore in a bottle and you only get 40, so hell of a lot more money with less product. Won't be ordering. Bought 3 bottles, took 6 pills per day, and felt literally nothing. Been working out for 10 plus years, natural. Save your money. Of course, these are just a few in the sea of many more, but what Greg might say is, well, why don't you focus on the positive reviews? Well, we'll do that in a little bit, but a good rule of thumb is to read the 1, 2, and 4-star reviews, since those will most likely be written by people that actually want to provide feedback on the product and not by fanboys, especially when that product is sold by a YouTuber. Parasocial relationships are a hell of a drug. But now let's get to the 5-star reviews of the product, which are absolutely hilarious. It's like they were written by that one raw vegan chick that you know that's also sunbathing her booty hole and eating raw dandelions to unlock her chakras. But still, let's take a look at some 5-star reviews just to be fair. And just to make sure that I'm not cherry picking positive reviews, I'll just take a look over the first few verified reviews that pop up when you open the page. Literally, the first review you see has progress photos, and while I will censor my man's face for privacy reasons, he looks absolutely the same in all of these photos. He looks like a regular dude. The lighting is different and the poses are different in some of the photos, but besides that, yeah, just sort of looks like a regular dude. I'm not sure I'm seeing those steroid-like results so far, but let's dig a bit deeper. On top of this, the review says that the supplement gave him increased endurance and energy, which I just found hilarious. Like, the supplement's marketing is extremely vague on its effects and promises because we literally have no extensive testing on it, so nobody knows if it even does anything at all. And this guy picked the only 2 effects that it doesn't promise anywhere on the website. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like if you went on a website for acne cream and the top review was like, "This cream is great, I finally stopped pissing blood." And it's like, I'm glad that you're having a positive effect on this dude, but it's not really what the cream was meant for. The review under this one just says Turk Builder Max, really useful. Thank you, Leo. By the way, I went onto the website while editing this, and I've noticed that the 2 newest reviews also just say Turk Builder Max, and one of them is from a guy named Craig. I'm not trying to imply anything, but some of these reviews are sketchy AF, so you come to your own conclusions with that. The review under that one reads, "I still don't have any genuine proof of what this is doing for me. I'm not necessarily tracking lifts, but I can tell you, my lifts feel 10 times more powerful. I mentally feel more locked into the gym. Whatever is in this stuff, it's steroid-like. The fatigue just goes down." So basically another raw vegan chick feeling her chakras awakening. No real data. I mean, even he says he has no proof if this does anything. And I'm also 100% convinced that this dude has never used steroids before, because let me tell you right now, they give you a bit more than just feeling locked in. Steroids don't care about your feelings. Calm down, liberals, it's called green humor. But most of the reviews you will read talk about feelings rather than actual progress photos, which I feel like if this truly had steroid-like effects, I feel like we will be seeing a few more progress photos, or actually any data that's been tested with any scientific rigor. Now I know that Greg is a bit bitter on science due to his beef with Mike Gisratel, but we have to separate something like exercise science from real chemical science that's used for testing supplements. Exercise is extremely personal and honestly depends on so many factors like preference, how seriously you're taking it, your daily life, your job, your stress levels, your goals, etc., that exercise science just can't cover all of that. Add that to the fact that this area of science doesn't really matter that much and that it doesn't have proper funding and resources because it doesn't really generate that much money, and you can easily dismiss exercise science without really much care in the world. Supplements and chemicals, on the other hand, are something that you put into your body. Research here is not only important, but also much more rigorous and profitable. If John Protein found out that Turkesterone was truly the miracle supplement that it was, people will be running at the opportunity to test it so they can prove that it works without a shadow of a doubt and sell you a bottle of this for $100. So it really makes you wonder why nobody in the last 20 years has jumped on this opportunity. It's a money printing machine, as we can clearly see. The idea of Turkesterone being used for muscle building has been around since the late 70s. Don't you think that the supplement industry would jump on this miracle steroid-like thing and test it and promote it in the last 45 years? Or is it becoming more and more clear that this is just another trendy thing that's being sold to lifters that want a shortcut but are too afraid to take steroids? Lift hard, eat well, enjoy your workouts, take your creatine, and sleep well. Because we know that sleep is better than steroids, according to Mike Gisratel. Nothing that's natural will give you these incredibly easy gains that you were hoping for. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just true. Please watch this video I made on Mike Gisratel. It's not about his PhD thesis, it's about much worse things than that. About him being racist, about his terrible views on robots and AI, among other things. So click on that, and I'll see you Zoorplings in the next video. Bye.